How's it going, YouTube? This is Wake Run Collapse. Welcome to 150 packs of the Japanese Battle Rainbow expansion, which will become Burning Shadows when it is released in English. That's 5 booster boxes, 30 packs per box, 5 cards per pack, which is 750 cards in Japanese. 75 of them will be holographic cards or better, and 5 of them will be full arts or better. If you haven't seen the first 7 boxes leading up to this, I sincerely hope that you will check them out. I've pulled a lot of great stuff, especially with the guarantee of a full art or better in every box. As of right now, I am going to be spoiling my progress in these videos, in this case opening that I have, as we have opened 7 boxes already. We are currently looking for just one regular super rare, and that is the full art kiawe. I have the full art Pokemon as well as the other full art supporter from the set, and any hyper rare or ultra rare aside from the Charizard will be a new card for us. So as we venture into this mountain of booster packs and booster boxes, please hit the like button down below if you are looking forward to what could be in here. It means a great deal to me. Extra likes on a video contribute to additional viewership, and it helps with the YouTube algorithm to promote the video to people who like other Japanese openings or openings from your other favorite PokeTubers. So I sincerely would appreciate it if you went down and hit that like button. So because these openings take quite a bit of time, as you can see in the future from how long they've taken, I'm going to be opening 2 packs at a time. And hopefully this does not backfire, and we will sleeve cards as we go. So in the first double pack, we've got Whirlipede, Pansear, Bouffalant, a Kingdra Holo. We've got Persian, Venipede, Riolu, Inkay, Rotom Dex, and Ribombee. I assure you, with having to cut open packs, this will take a lot less time versus having to open up 150 packs individually. I suppose I could do like a half card trick and move 1 card forward, but that seems unnecessary. Charmeleon, Pansage, there we go, good save self. Noibat, Muscle Dumbbells, Malamar, Cutiefly, Meowth, Seadra, a Ho-Oh GX, very nice, and an Azumarill. As per the usual, I did get these booster packs, these booster boxes, these booster cases, crazy to say, from AmiAmi.com, AMIAMI.com. They're a Japanese retailer, providing fantastic service and unbeatable prices as well. No, this is not a sponsored video. Yes, I wish it were. And the sleeves I actually bought from AmiAmi as well. Those are KMC Perfect Fit sleeves. I buy them in huge amounts of bulk, you know, because I know I'm going to go through them with openings like this. So I've got Charmander, Simisage, yeah, I'm going to get tired of that real quick. Marill, Mount Lanakila, Heracross, Grimer, Crabrawler, Sandygast, Lucario Holo, and a Scolipede. I actually had to reverse my sleeves. Sometimes when you buy KMC sleeves and you open up a new pack, all the sleeves in it are upside down. I don't understand why that happens, but it does, so. So next double pack has an Oddish, Charmeleon, Hoot. Oh my! That is quite the ultra rare, the Fire Energy ultra rare. Amazing, and we've still got cards behind it too, but we're just gonna ignore them for a second. Yes, indeed, this is the Golden Fire Energy 64 out of 51, our first ultra rare of Battle Rainbow. Ultra rares have definitely a different connotation in Japanese, as ultra rare is a specific significance for only the gold border trainers or the old gold border Pokemon, like the golden Mega Manectric or like the shiny Charizard from Black and White is what ultra rare means to them, and this is what ultra rare means in high quality right there. Amazing. In the low light, not as brilliant, but you can still tell just how much effort they put into this design. Even though it's just an energy card, and yeah, it's just an energy card, it looks fantastic. I'd been concerned that the fire energy would not hold a candle to the fairy energy, but I really think that they did a great job with both of them. Anyways, Crabominable, Heatmore, Horsey, Dupiter, oh, a Palisand Hollow, and a Plumeria. Alright, so we need to make some adjustments to the seating arrangement here from time to time. Not that I'm, here with an audience, but I am seated on like a two-tiered desk. So the camera is on a box on the first tier, and all this stuff is on the second tier. This causes pain. This causes actual, real pain, especially in the shoulders. Ooh, a Darkrai Hollow, cool. And an Araquanid. So you will notice me moving, shifting from time to time, attempting to crack my bones. Usually doesn't work out quite as well as I'd like it to, but I suppose I'll live. Again, I traditionally do not open cards like this, 2 packs at a time. But Gloom, Charmander, Bouffalante, Kiawe, Persian, Crabrawler, Simisear, Oddish, DNCE, and a Wobbuffet. When you're opening 150 packs, you gotta do something to keep yourself sane. This is my election right now. I've decided that this is the way that we're gonna do it. And hopefully we don't chew up and swallow any cards with our lazy way of opening stuff. Whirlipede, Inkay, Hoot Hoot, Muscle Dumbbells, Noctowl, Monkey, Marill, Heatmore, a Noivern, GX, and a Malamar. Pretty sweet so far. I think we're going to get rid of some of those loose packs now. The boxes are evenly divided with 15 packs on either side, but we are occasionally going to need to clean some of this up as we go. Pansage, Seadra, Meowth, Rotom Dex, Heracross, Sandygast, another Pansage, Heatmore, Noctowl, and a Plumeria. So yeah, with these double pack openings all at once, sometimes you can get 2 hollows. Sometimes, well, most of the time, it'll just be 1 hollow, slash GX, slash whatever. And occasionally you get nothing. Sometimes weird things can happen. Ooh, that pack had the whole Kingdra line. So that's cool. And Dupiter and Araquanid. What is this, base set 2? Gloom, Meowth, Inkay, Crabominable, and Heracross. So definitely didn't happen in the second pack, but that was a cool first pack. 2 full evolutionary lines. It was kind of awesome. Sometimes you can get really weird stuff happening. Like, I had a box opening where we opened, like, the bottom pack from the left-hand side and the top pack from the right-hand side, and they both had a wishy-washy GX in it, which is just the strangest thing to me. There's a Palisand Hollow. It was just so weird. I got a great laugh out of it, though. That was enjoyable. If you haven't seen that already, watch it. It was funny. The old double wishy-washy. A crown achievement on the channel. Oh, balls. That's why we use a Mac, guys. Sometimes errors happen. Charmeleon, Cutiefly, Dupiter, yeah, it's a Lucario Hollow. Muscle Dumbbells, Horsey, Simisear, and these other friends. Do a quick condition check and make sure nothing bad happened to it. Nope, that's because Japanese cards are resilient. They do not come out quite as, like, supremely mint as they used to, which is a bit of a bummer. But I will happily accept Japanese cards into my life as per the usual. There's a Darkrai Hollow. Probably not much of a point in ogling these hollows as we go. We've seen them so many times. Most of them have been on screen a good 9, 10, 11 times now. You've seen him before, you'll see him again. Why dwell on it too much? Still one more GX in the box. I'll look for that now. Hey, a Alolan Muck GX. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So as we are a little bit of a ways into the video at this point, now's not a bad time to mention to you guys that the sale video for Battle Rainbow and Darkness That Consumes Light will go live sometime on Sunday. I'm aiming for early Sunday, Eastern Time, because I do have a little bit of time that I can dedicate to answering emails on Sunday. So I think the earlier it goes up, the better news that is for people who want to submit their request for cards early. And that will also give me an opportunity to dig myself out of the hole as far as responding to emails is concerned, because that is a challenge from time to time. Some sets I'll get 20 or 30 emails in the first like 24 hours, and it's really tough to keep track of. So it's easiest if I can just burn through a whole bunch at once. There's our first Vileplume of the box. Probably the last holo of the box, too. Yep. Pretty neat start, guys. Pretty neat start. Alright. So we'll take some packs. We'll take our cards. Do a little bit of this. And make some room for the next box. So that was box number 8, even though it was the first of the video. This one is going to be box number 9. Man. So there's a pain that runs, it's like kind of my neck, kind of my shoulder, kind of my back. Don't even start with me. And it just, okay, motorcycle in the distance, and it just runs right down. And with these long openings, it takes a lot of movement to be able to avoid significant pain. So we're going to see what we can do with that. What I'd like to know from you guys in the comment section, if you've not left a comment already, and I know some of you thoroughly enjoy leaving comments very quickly without watching a whole lot of the video. Whatever, still love you. Let me know how you think this set stacks up against maybe some other sets from the Sun and Moon block. How you think this compares to Sun and Moon 1 and Sun and Moon 2. And you can use really whatever criteria you like. You know, if you think that the increase in pull ratios makes the biggest difference, then great. If you think that the biggest difference is, you know, maybe your favorite Pokemon weren't selected for this set and you had a lot more Pokemon that you were excited about in previous sets, you can let me know that too. That's a great thing about these sets, is that even though there are certain things like pricing and, you know, I mean, to a lesser extent pull rates, but pricing, basically, that are pretty much, you know, black and white, for lack of better phrasing. If they're cut and dry. They have an adverse effect or they have a good effect. Some of the qualitative parts of sets like this are definitely subjective. And I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. And, of course, let me know as well if you think that maybe one set out of Battle Rainbow and Darkness That Consumes Light was a lot better than one of the other ones. I'm always interested to hear people's opinions. There's a DNC. I'm also interested in it for another reason. And I think that this is really underrated in this side of the community, where not a whole lot of people pay all that much attention. And it's this. So, when it comes to English collectors, a lot of people will know someone in their everyday lives. If they collect Pokemon cards, in a lot of cases, they'll know someone that they see on a regular basis that also collects Pokemon cards. Whereas with Japanese cards, that's a lot more difficult to find. Now, I do not know anyone in my personal life who collects any Japanese cards. And actually, because I'm 31, I don't know anybody who still collects regular Pokemon cards. But that's a whole different breed of cattle there. But I think that since this type of community is bred almost exclusively on the internet, at least in our neck of the woods, as we get in a Alolan Muck GX, I think it's important to foster discussion because it encourages people to share their opinions. And when you share your opinions, especially in, let's face it, in an area like mine, not to get into any of this safe space crap, but when you drop a comment on my channel, you're far less likely to be subjected to hatred or bullying or anything like that. And I mean, if you were, I would delete the comment and ban that person from the comment section anyways. But for the most part, a lot of people who comment on my videos are, you know, pretty helpful or knowledgeable, or at the very least supportive of it. So I want to encourage people to talk about the things that they like regarding Japanese sets, because it, you know, makes them feel good about it. And maybe you're not encouraged to talk a lot about this kind of stuff in your real life. So get a Vileplume Holo there. And I want you to be. It's life-building stuff, guys. Life-building stuff. Chunks and packs there. Yeah, sometimes a card or two will stick and we don't want to slice it open. Well, we do if it's a Simisage, but... Alright, Horsey, Dewpider, yeah. That's what I get. Ooh, double holo. Best of both worlds. Got the Joe Jonas, got the Darkrai. Alrighty. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. So once we pull our next GX, I'll tell you a funny story. Okay, so funny story, as we get a Noivern GX. So I wasn't supposed to see my better half tonight, but I happened to stop not far from where she is, and I noticed a raid, like a raid in Pokemon Go, and I, you know, let her know, hey, you could probably get here in the time that it starts. You want to come meet me? And she's like, yeah, sure. So we went and we fought the raid, and we met a couple other people, and we won. It was a Flareon. We all caught it, which is cool. But afterwards, they're like, we got to do something for food. So we met at a place that it's just like they do like pizza and subs and stuff like that. You can get wings there. It's just like a takeout place, but a little dine-in area. And I ordered a barbecue chicken sub, and the girl came by my table where I was waiting for the food a few minutes later, and she's like, hey, so are you Wake Run Collab? No, I'm just kidding. She didn't say that. Nobody would ever recognize me. She's like, hey, do you want like grilled chicken, or do you want us to do like chicken fingers as a chicken in your sub? Like, what a fancy thing to think of. Chicken fingers in a sub. I'm taking the chicken fingers in a sub. Now, I've had this sub probably half a dozen times before, and it's always grilled chicken. For some reason, I was just feeling the chicken fingers. I was given the option, and I went for it. I took my shot, and it worked out. I was happy. It was delicious. And that's my food story time for the day. I have nothing to add. About 2/3 of the way through the box at this point, hoping to encounter my full art soon. There's a Vileplume and an Azumarill. But something that I think is kind of hype about it is you can do last pack magic and still know you're going to get a full art. So that's kind of cool. Like if they get all the way down to the last 2 packs, then I know one of them has that full art inside. So it like makes the pack really, really hyped. So we got Meowth, Inkay, Marill. There we go. There we go. And now my super rares for Battle Rainbow are complete. The Kiawe full art, and this looks fantastic. A wonderful color scheme on this one. We're going to get back to it a little more in depth in a second after we're done with the rest of these cards. But as always, you got to zoom in there and just prove it. 56 out of 51. Super rare. Full arts for Battle Rainbow, regular full arts are completed. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, good stuff. So we're going to sort that over there and go through the rest of these cards that are far less interesting. Oh, now we have to sleeve a Lucario. Sorry, Lucario fans. Sorry, one particular Lucario fan. This is not the best card in the double pack, although you probably do disagree. Which is okay. Opinions are great. Opinions are sweet. Alrighty. Not as wonderful. Probably because the card is a little bit dark, so it doesn't pop as much in the low light. But that looks sweet. Yes, indeed. Very happy to see it. Full art Kiawe. And now it's just anything that's super rare from Battle Rainbow from here on out. And I would imagine I'm probably going to pull a duplicate. Yeah, I would imagine I'm probably going to pull a duplicate. Is going to be Gravy. It's going to appear in the sale video on Sunday. So you got Venipede, Oddish, Charmeleon, Crabominable, and all these other friends. So that was in like pack 25. That's pretty late for a full art pull. Last packs of the box. Here. Got Simisear, Hoot Hoot, Alolan Grimer, Charizard GX. Hello. Over there. Plumeria, Pansear, Whirlipede, Crabrawler, Scolipede, and a Ribombee. Yes, indeed. Let's go, Zard. Come on, Bobby. Let's go, Bobby. Just kidding. Ooh-oh. Ooh-oh. It's a great thing about singing all by yourself. Live streaming or not. Not like you guys are going to stop me. So, those cards go into storage. Oh, what is that all about? Random charger cord. Colors and Mischief and Mayhem. And these cards are going to go into their respective Mega Lucario deck box from way back in Rising Fist. They're going to go in backwards so I know exactly what came from which video. How do we want to do this from here on out? We want to go like this. Well, this might not be bad if we do something like this, because then I can stand it a little bit closer to myself. Like, you know these boxes are coming. You've seen the length of the video, and most of you know me anyways. Yes! Box number 10. So, a great and reasonable finale to this, I think, in my mind, would be to go ultra rare trainer, hyper rare, and a super rare duplicate. Because of course at this point anything that's a super rare is a duplicate. I think that'd be fairly reasonable. Alrighty, Charmander, Noibat, Venipede, Crabominable, Mount Lanakila, Bouffalon, Horsey, Inkay, Darkrai Hollow, and a Scolipede. Yeah, I know I talk fast. So filming this on Thursday night, because I got to. Gotta film it Thursday night so that I can, seriously, no joke, use Movie Maker to put all the pieces together. Yeah, Movie Maker is what I use. Deancey and Plumeria. Because I don't know video editing. Don't have a computer that'd be great at it anyways. But I can go into Movie Maker. Yeah, I actually have an 8-core processor, but it overheats super easily. Like if I run a Movie Maker or a video editing thing at full speed for a few minutes, the thing will just overheat and crash. It'll just crash. So when I do any sort of like longer edit like that, believe it or not, I'll go into the task manager and I'll unhook like 6 out of the 8 cores. So I'll use like CPU unit 1 and CPU unit like 6 because it goes 0 through 7. And that makes it run a lot slower, but it makes it run a lot cooler also. And you can say whatever it is that you like about getting elite computers together and, oh, you just have to add a heatsink or extra cooling fans or any of this other stuff. Or I could just do this and not worry about that stuff. Well, it's really easy to apply thermal paste. Nah, man. I buy my computer, they deliver my computer, and then I work with it from there. Kingdra Hollow, cool. Because at a certain point, I realize, yeah, I could learn the ins and outs of computers, I could learn how to build my own computer, but at this point, it's a sacrifice of not being able to do other stuff. And eventually you have to decide, you know, what do you want to invest your time in? And that's not high on my list. This Horsey's adorable, by the way. Have we said that? Horsey, Gloom, Meowth, Heracross, Azumarill, Inkay, Marill, Grimer, Vileplume Hollow, and a Rotom Dex. Haven't cut a card yet. Go me. For now. So you got Charmander, Bouffalant, Venipede, Araquanid, Crabominable, Oddish, Charmeleon, Cutiefly, Lucario Hollow, and a Mount Lanakila. In all seriousness, guys, if they never put the Pan Monkeys or the Simi Monkeys in another set, I will be a happy, happy man. I can't see the names to read them. Trying to do this quickly. Dewpider, Horsey, Simisear, Wobbuffet, Persian, Hoot Hoot, Alolan Grimer, Pansear, Charizard GX, and a Plumeria. Alright, these packs going in the muck. Actually, I think I might just move these a little bit out of the way for now. That might help. As we hit the halfway point, it would seem as though the beagle next door has decided to begin its screaming. Apologies if howling is about to commence. It is not me. It is not my dog. The neighbor's dog is adorable. But only when you can, yeah, you can hear him now, right? Yep. This happens, it just happens. It's probably yelling at the trees. Which I think we all do from time to time. Alolan Muck GX, that's cool. Like, I get it, we've been there, but like, same song and dance. Oh, boy. I don't know what it is, but it seems like opening these, just want to make sure I didn't nick any cards there. No, looks like we're good. It seems like these Sun and Moon 3 openings, for some reason, have felt a lot more laborious to me. I feel like I've had to work a lot harder, or at least have perceived it as much harder work, because I kind of have to like balance it in between a bunch of other stuff. And I hope this doesn't become the norm for me, because I hate feeling like this is like a job that must be done, or anything like that. I don't like the implications of that. Anyways, we got Oddish, Charmeleon, Hoot Hoot, Vileplume Hollow, Crabominable, Heatmore, Horsey, Dewpider. Oh! Another ultra rare. How's it going, Rope of Escape? Pleasure to see you. Are you waving at me? Ooh, I'll wave back. This is me waving at it. Very nice. Very good. And another Plumeria. I don't know how valuable this card is. I don't know if any of the trainers in this set or in the other set are particularly valuable. I'll have to find out. But it seems like it'd be good to pull an ultra rare trainer because they can pack some serious value. Zoom in right there. That is, ooh, is that showing up for you guys? How about now? There we go. 62 out of 51. Ultra rare, so that is in the first position out of ultra rares, with the energy being in the final position. Awesome stuff. I've already sleeved it, but we'll show it in the low light anyways, just cuz. Because. And over there you go. Hey, excellent. So I'm very pleased with the pulls of the videos so far. Would love a hyper rare to balance this out a little bit. Kingdra Hollow. But it does remain to be seen. We did, you know, if we do only end up pulling the one hyper rare, which I suppose is pretty possible, given that there's only 2 boxes left, we definitely pulled the expensive one. And that's super, super critical in openings like this, to not have to walk away with a giant card you have to buy. I really struggled with Sun and Moon 2 Plus, because I had to buy, ooh, Ho-Oh GX, and a Wobbuffet, because I had to buy both the super rare and the hyper rare versions of Darkrai. And if you look on TCG Republic, those have been listed at $65 and $90 respectively, like forever. For at least a month it's been that way, and they've not dropped. I actually ended up buying those 2 cards and another one, another hyper rare. I just don't remember, maybe Tapu Bulu's hyper rare. I actually bought them from Poly100 on eBay. I love Poly100. Kohei is fantastic. What a guy. But I haven't been able to buy from him for a while, because the prices aren't quite as competitive as they used to be. But in this particular instance, being able to ship them together and all that malarkey, all that stuff, paid off big time, because I could combine them into a single shipment, get them all done at once, and I probably saved $20 on what I would have paid if I had purchased those 3 cards from TCG Republic. So that's pretty great. Final hollow is gonna be Palisand. The Sand Palace. It's a good thing they didn't call it Castle Sand. That'd be lame. Alright, that goes there. These guys... oh, it's the box stuck again. This happens sometimes. Be forewarned. That can take place. This has not been the fastest opening, nor am I particularly concerned with it. I'm just kind of going at my own pace, especially knowing that I'm not going to be able to open these boxes anymore after these final 2. You know, knowing that, it's kind of important for me to at least savor this a little bit. Box number 11. We're 60% of the way through the packs in this video, and we're hoping for another hyper rare. Let's see what happens. I mean, we could go crazy and pull the third ultra rare, but I definitely don't expect that to happen. In fact, if I were a real betting man, I wouldn't be like totally blown away if we just went super rare in the last two boxes. It'd be a bummer. I think that with the increase in pull ratios, they should increase the hyper rares from 1 in 8 boxes to 1 in 6. But we're gonna have to see how that goes. A duplicated super rare in box 11 and a hyper rare Ho-Oh in box 12 would be about perfect. Reasonable, not asking for way too much. And just great. Oh, I didn't sleeve that Kingdra. Oh no. What do I do? So yeah, we've got this video, this 150 packs of Battle Rainbow going live Friday. Then Saturday we'll do the same for, Darkness that consumes light. And then the sale video goes up Sunday, and as it so happens, somebody's going to be able to purchase this Charizard full art. Yes, they will, because this is a duplicate. A duplicate. He's coming for you. So that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. As far as the the pantheon of full art duplicates is concerned, this is the best one we could have gotten. For show. For show. That's pretty awesome. Command the most value and the most interest, and I know somebody out there can't wait to get their hands on the full art Charizard. So we'll have to figure out what the pricing is going to be on there. We'll have to see what people have been purchasing it for. And that's a big thing to keep in mind when you're coming up with sale prices and fair and reasonable sale prices. Like, not to, because I don't want to draw comparisons to this card because I really don't know how much it's worth. Not at the current time, and saying anything about it would be a guess and irresponsible at the same time. But let's say there's a GX card out there, and yeah, you could sell it for $8 and somebody would probably buy it, but I feel like it's more important to the integrity of it, not to get the absolute maximum I could get from it, but also to price things fairly, because that's what gets people to come back and buy cards when they don't sell incredibly well, or when I have like a bigger stock of them. For instance, let's say that there is like let's say there's a hyper rare out there, and the hyper rare has sold for, let's put it this way. Let's say the hyper rare is posted on eBay for $52.99 or something like that. And it's the only available, buy it now price on there. Yeah, I could price it at $50 and be like, this beats any price on eBay, and, have fun, please. But let's say the sold listings are all like $45, because that's what people had paid for it, and that's like an actual public listing. So what I would do in that scenario is I would probably list it closer to $45, because that's a more accurate reflection of the value of the card. But just as an example, I mean, I don't think I've ever sold a Shaman for more than $25. And yeah, sometimes that can be $40 because people can't get their hands on it. But I also don't think that that's necessarily a reasonable expectation to set when you buy booster cases. Get a DNC Holo there. It's more important to me to be fair and sound and justified in the prices that I set. Be able to sleep at night saying, wow, I helped people out without you know, causing myself undue stress or totally lowballing it for the sake of, like, being friendly to people. That's more important to me to strike that balance versus, wow, I really got the max out of that card. So here we have Hoot Hoot, Heatmore, Horsey, Passimian, Wobbuffet, and all its friends, and another Kingdra. The only pricing I can guarantee you of is that as long as there's no holo in here that I got a lot fewer of, come on, get in there, or a holo that is like insanely playable or purchasable online and it's selling for like $8 or something, you can pretty much guarantee that the holos are going to be $1 a piece. Everything else we'll figure out later. Oh, you know what? Set these down for now. I forgot. Move these over here. Something shiny in the back. Ah! Charmander, get back here. With the Vileplume. Yes. So what are you guys doing for the 4th of July? What am I doing for the 4th of July? Your boy, your guy, is working. Yep, working on the 4th of July. So here's a good news, bad news story. So the good news is, so if you guys didn't know, and I'm sure a lot of you don't, I live in Massachusetts. Taxachusetts, blue laws, all that other fancy stuff. The laws here are weird, by the way. And, like, for very peculiar reasons. Like, you can't buy booze before noon on Sundays. You can't buy fireworks here. I don't know. Even though we're awesome, we kind of suck, too. But one of the, like, good laws for a lot of people, and we'll get to that in a second, is that I think it's just Massachusetts and Rhode Island that are left over doing this in the entire country. You make time and a half on Sundays. So let's say you're an hourly employee, and you make $11 an hour, which is the minimum wage in Massachusetts, and don't even get me started on the minimum wage in Massachusetts because everything is preposterously expensive here. That associate, that person, that employee, now makes $16.50 an hour on Sundays. This is mandatory for every company that I've ever worked for. There might be like some exclusions here and there. So time and a half is the thing for Sunday, and also occasionally for a holiday. Let's get a Charizard right there. And that's great news for a lot of the people who work for me. I am salary, so I don't count for that. But my company is also kind enough to compensate me appropriately for it. I get a certain set extra amount for working a holiday or for working a Sunday. And in exchange, I'm required to do at least one of those every month, which kind of works out. So between myself and my assistant, we decided to split the days, which we would have done anyways if our boss hadn't told us so. So I will be off on Sunday to manipulate my sale video and such, and she will be off on Tuesday. In exchange, I will work the 4th. So it kind of works out for everybody. I'm really not a fire up the grill kind of person. Charmander, 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 Char. Is that an unsleep card? No, I did sleep the Darkrai. Cool. Coming up on the end of the box, will we pop a hyper rare in the final box? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this. The polls in this opening have been utterly fantastic. Battle Rainbow was lagging behind a little bit. I think it's fair to say that. It was lagging behind a little bit. But now. Okay, you still can't compare if it's vaulted ahead because I haven't opened those Darkness That Consumes Light boxes yet, but I think it's put itself in a much better position, especially in terms of how my set is looking. Yep, needed some water. Because what are we missing now? We're missing the hyper rares of Ho-Oh, Alolan Muck, and Noivern, and whatever the other ultra rare is in this set. To be completely honest, I don't know what it is. I don't really care what it is either. It's just a trainer card. I don't really keep track of them between one set to another. I don't remember which one is in which. But here we are, guys, into our final box of Battle Rainbow. Not our final box of Sun and Moon 3. That's tomorrow. And going back to where I was before, I'm relieved to be at this particular stage. Because it is, you know, getting to be more of a daunting task to get these openings done and on time. Get the content out for you guys, even though the viewership is not crazy at this stage. But anyways, kicking off our first pack of the last box. A little first pack magic. Ooh, a little second pack magic too. Darkrai and Alolan Muck GX. Pretty great start. Is my camera going to try to follow it? Hopefully not. I will hit you with the finest of recaps of these 150 packs at the end of the video. It will involve a cut, though. Oh, back to back on those friends. 'Cause I got to. Just cross your fingers at this point, guys, that we get that Ho-Oh Hyper Rare or a Hyper Rare in general. Ho-Oh would definitely be preferred. And I think it'd also be a sign of good faith by the Pokemon Company, International, whoever it is that makes these things, whatever, I don't know, they're fine. That sounded professional. To make Hyper Rares 1 in 6 boxes, to make Ultra Rares 1 in 6 boxes, to make it so that a booster case, assuming that these boxes all came from the same case, to make booster cases a little more standard in keeping with these new pull ratios. I mean, 1 in 4 would be a lot better, but I'll take what I can get. So you got Horsey, Dewpider. Every time I go to start saying their names, when no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. You guys remember Say My Name? Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Good old days. Actual music. Y'all know what that's like now. There's a Kingdra Hollow. Although I will admit there's some good stuff on the radio these days, so maybe I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. Ooh, Ho-Oh GX, cool. I've actually seen Alessia Cara live, and she's got that, what is it? All You Have to Do Is Stay, that song that she does with that other guy, Zed or somebody like that. Oh, I gotta sleeve that GX. Come on, dummy, get your head in the game. And the hollow that was underneath it. Cool job, Self. I've seen her in concert, and she was good. She didn't have a lot of stage presence, but she sounded great, and you know I like a lot of her songs. But that song, that one song, what is it? Scars to Your Beautiful. If I never hear that song again, I wouldn't mind. Not at all. Everybody played it. Everyone played it everywhere. And I've cycled so far past enjoying that song. So if we can make sure that happens, that'd be great. You know, abolish it from everybody's memory. Sorry if you like that song. I personally would rather listen to, on repeat, the best song of the decade. It's an awkward pause, wake, run, collapse. What is the best song of the decade? Well, There are a lot of things that are up for debate in this world. There's a lot of things that people can say are subjective. I don't know why we're talking about music, or I'm talking about music and making you listen. But there's one thing for certain. Certain as death and taxes. Is that the best song of this decade is Chandelier by Sia. Ooh, Darkrai agrees. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. And I know that's just like your opinion, man. Yeah, but I'm using my opinion as fact, because that's how strongly I feel about it. Hyper Rare? Nope. Well, I don't know, Vileplume Hyper Rare would be pretty lit. It would, like, just be his eye and you could see, like, a little bit of the flower on the top. That'd be, like, sickeningly cool. Why do I keep forgetting to sleeve hollows? That's what I get for talking about Sia. Oh, and the music video is cool, too, but the song is better. Where is our big hit? Where is it gonna be? There it is! A little bummer, didn't get the Hyper Rare, so only one Hyper Rare for Battle Rainbow, so I gotta buy 3 of them. But a Plumeria Secret Super Regular Full Art Thing card, 57 out of 51, is no slouch when it comes to quality, because this is a great looking card. And on the plus side, that means I'm gonna be able to unload it to somebody else. Let's get through the rest of the pack, though, shall we? I had a feeling you were going to be there, Mr. Joe Jonas. All this talk of music, you had to appear. And as well, next to what's arguably like a fairy-type supporter card. Which is just weird. But hey, you know, it's still cool. Not maybe the way that I would have liked for it to go down, but it's still pretty cool. I know somebody's going to counter and be like, well, that's what you get for saying that any song other than Drag Me Down by One Direction is the best song of the decade. There's going to be somebody out there. What is the best song of the decade, guys? What do you think is the best song of the decade? If you've come this far, you might as well let me know what you think. Ooh, Charizard. You might as well at this point. If you are this far into the video, you're still listening to me talk? What harm could it do to tell me what the best song of the decade is? So far. We don't know what mass-produced abomination Ed Sheeran's going to spit out next, but oh damn. The Ed Sheeran's actually not bad either, I just don't like the shape of you. Suffers from LKS, which is called Lenny Kravitz syndrome. It's when a song is good and then they beat it to death and then it's not. Although this song wasn't really very good to begin with. Kingdra. Maybe I'm just not the target audience, but I don't know, I don't get it. I mean, like, Thinking Out Loud's a good song. I won't change that when it's on the radio. But whenever I hear The Shape of You, I just need to, like, banish it from my ears and my brain for a while. I need to, like, put on some Joy Wave. Or who else would I listen to? Borns, Coleman Hell, K-Flay, any of those. Maybe Cold War Kids, maybe Cold War Kids. Anyways, oh, Bastille. Yes, Bastille for sure. Now that all of this has transpired, we're on the last 2 packs of the 150 pack opening, and how are we going to end this, guys? How will we finish this off? Of course, we have a Simis here. Anacrab Brawler, Whirlipede, Lucario Hollow, could be a nice final hollow. Kiawe, Panseer, Buffalant, Venipede, Heracross, and Persian to round out the case. The case is done, guys. We're finished with the case. But we still got plenty more Sun and Moon 3 to go, with 5 boxes of Darkness That Consumes Light. Gonna cut real brief, try to sort everything out, make this place nice, tidy, and neat, get everything situated, and then I'll hit you guys with a recap. And it's recap time. So everything's sorted, only took a couple of minutes, which is kind of cool. Lots of Vileplume Hollows and Kingdra Hollows. Weirdly enough, didn't pull many Palisand, only pulled 6 or so out of the 5 boxes. That's okay, it's probably a low seller. Did pull 2 Lucario Hollows in every box there, so that's pretty neat. Darkrai, probably going to be the most popular one out of this set. Bunch of those, bunch of Deanceys. Great news. Now for the GXs or better, we pulled some Charizard GXs. Ho-Oh GXs, Alolan Muck GXs, 5 of those, and just a few Noivern, 3 I think, with the full art or better pulls being the Charizard full art, Kiawe full art, Plumeria full art, Escape Rope ultra rare, and Fire Energy ultra rare. I think we did awfully well out of these 5 boxes. If you agree, or if you enjoyed the video in any way, make sure you go down and hit the like button. It means a great deal to me. Drop a comment down below if you want to talk about how you feel Sun and Moon 3 stacks up against the rest of the field. How you think Sia stacks up against the rest of the field. I don't love Sia completely, by the way. She's not like my favorite artist or anything. I just adore that song. Be interesting to see what you guys have to say about, you know, stuff in general. I appreciate you getting all the way to the end of this video, even if you skipped ahead just to see what happened. And yeah, thanks again. I will see you guys back here tomorrow for another 150 packs, this time of Darkness That Consumes Light. Yes!